Hachayo no hell, hello everyone and welcome back to the Daykeeper. I'm bringing now a very short video to explain what the Nawals and the Trecenas are. I'm just about to release today a video making a Trecena analysis, so I thought it would be a good idea to make a short video explaining what the Nawals are, what the Trecenas are, especially for those who are just starting getting familiar with the Maya calendar. In here in the channel we talk a lot about Nawals. When we talk about Nawals, we refer to the days of the 260-day Maya calendar that in Quiche we call Cholquij, that means the order of the days. We can use many words to express what the Nawals are. We call them as the spirits of the Maya calendar, the entities. But we can also extend by calling them like the energies, like the forces of nature or the substance of the day. We can all refer to them. But you can also refer to them as the face that we got in the day or the fruit of the repercussion, because that's what they actually mean. So every time you see we're talking about a Nawal, for example, one cut, one monkey, we refer to the combination of two elements, a number Nawal and a nominal Nawal. So the numbers talk more about what is constant, what doesn't change. We refer there to metaphors of the water to explain them. In the nominal Nawals, we talk about then referring to metaphors of the fire, because the fire is oscillating. So every day is a combination of something that is constant and something that is oscillating. That when you combine them, we give the fruit, we get the repercussion of what happened to the previous days and how like the thing is gonna open up for the following days. And this association we're gonna be using for everything. Everything in the Maya calendar, we say that has a mother and a father. Classify having a masculine and a feminine principle that combines and gives birth to something else. And we can apply that directly to the human being, like the sexual relation, the gestation, and then the baby, when it's successful, or even the artificial insemination can be counted on that. But also when we do things in your life, how we make business, how we interact with each other, how we have the ideas. Like even dreams can be analyzed by something that has a ignition and then later a development. So everything can be analyzed through this realm of the Nawals. And now that you understood what the Nawals are, we can start talking about the Trecenas. In the Maya calendar, we can see that there are systems inside of systems. We can use the analogy of the clock to try to understand this mechanic of the Maya calendar. If you open a clock, you're gonna see many cog wheels connected together. If you take one, in that you can stop the function of the clock. The same analogy we can make for the Maya calendar. So everything is part of a bigger system. You cannot isolate something to give a meaning. For example, if you ask me, oh, what's the meaning of Hunbat, one monkey? I tell by itself, it doesn't represent nothing. But when you look at that as a part of a bigger system, you can go to the understanding, well, what is that repercussion about. So the Trecenas, that in Quiche we called Oshilahukerne, are periods of 13 days inside of the Cholquij calendar, which is a time division from lunar cycles, because the Cholquij is based on the lunar countings. A Trecena, we can talk about an entity of 13 heads thinking in there. In our lineage, we named the Trecenas by the number 13, the ruler, because it's going to be the accumulation, or the biggest, or the most visible, force in the system. But it can also be very common. You see people naming the Trecena by looking at the Nawal number 1. In reality, it makes no difference because they are all part of the same system. Now that we know that the Trecenas are a system inside of the Maya calendar, what we can do with them? The Trecenas, they serve for us to make bigger analysis. We can go to the analysis to understand the human being patterns of behavior, to start understanding our life events, and so on. What the Trecena is giving us a way to think, is a way to connect the dots, to see how time is moving. There is this concept that is kind of hard to understand at the beginning, because it took me a long time to absorb. I only could properly absorb after I started learning Quiche and diving deeper into the culture. That is how they see time. Because here we are accustomed to see time as a linear line. For example, whether we believe in the Big Bang Theory or we believe in the origins from a religious book, we see time as something that's began long ago and is going to a straight line and we don't know where it goes. But the Maya calendar, the Maya people, they see time not as a linear thing, more like a cyclical thing. But not like a cycle as like a perfect round. They see time actually going back and forth. That's why the Trecenas are represented by a snake pushed back and forth. That's how they see time. Talking about the practical stuff, what you can do with the Trecena. As I told you, you can make this analysis, but also following the day by day on a surface level, it can lead you to track better the things you are doing in your life. So the better we are able to question, to see where you're going, the better it's going to be our actions or our decisions. Is to make you build a strong sense of ethics, be more whole with yourself, with your thoughts, with your judgments, where you want to go, about your purposes. So that's going to help you to develop yourself in that way, which can be an amazing thing, in an amazing tool that can help you with your day-to-day stuff. And I think that's it for today. If there is any question, there is something that you could not understand from my explanation here, so please just let me know here in the comments. I count on you to make me do a good job at explaining that, so I want to be as clear as possible.